Exploiting Asians for profit. Uncle Roger and Stephen Hay. Okay. All right. So if you guys don't know, I'm Asian. If you guys don't know what I'm Asian, I'm born here in the U.S., born and raised, born in Los Angeles. Never been back to China. My family goes all the time, but I've never been back with them. I speak Cantonese. I understand a little bit Mandarin, and I took Japanese. And yeah, so we're gonna watch this video. We're gonna watch it. We're gonna react to this video. Here we go, boys.
About this video.
What's she doing? What's she doing?
What about this?
Oh, like that, the rock this, she always.
Or this?
Oh my god.
Honestly, are they really that different from videos like these?
Where the hell is my shoes? Who the hell is going to fit dumb, ugly, trash pollution? Why do Asian people hate the football? I the Blu-ray player. That's just making me so high.
A movie begins with female Voldemort.
What the hell you?
Oh my god, dude. Oh man, exploiting. All right, let's continue.
A microchip that says do it.
Oh my god.
Well, making fun of Asians for entertainment is nothing new. We had white actors doing yellowface in the 60s.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, man. Yellow face. Okay, does this offend me? Absolutely not. I think it's freaking hilarious. All right. As a fellow yellow man, this is hilarious. This is freaking hilarious. And all right, and the thing is that if you can't poke fun at yourself, then you have no right to poke fun of other people's. All right, like you got to be able to make fun of yourself too.
Asian actors playing racist caricatures in movies. Asian comedians making jokes about being Asian on television.
I want him to be doctor, but instead he like.
Oh my god.
And Asians doing all the above on social media since it's very incept.
That girl, that girl with the red one, if you guys don't know, it's like, hi, I'm Asian, and we're good at math. And then there's a next guy that goes, hi, we're Asian, and we take off our shoes when we go inside the house. And then the girl, the last girl's like, hi, we're Asian. Of course we have tight pussies. And I'm like, what do you do? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Explosion.
Plus, what the hell?
Today we'll be discussing why people enjoy laughing at Asians, why so many Asians volunteer to be humiliated, the negative effects those Asians have on society, and how come most Asians don't criticize them and even allow them to become the faces of our community. I know right now a bunch of
I disavow Ken Jeong. Right? Stop casting Ken Jeong in every Asian part. And for the love of God, stop casting Awkwafina in every female Asian part. Please stop. All right? Cast me. I will be the next Awkwafina.
People are typing, Hans. It's just a joke. It's comedy. You just don't understand comedy. Comedy can't be racist. That's why I'm going to let comedy legend Chris Rock make my first point for me. In the 90s, Chris Rock had an extremely popular comedy routine where he explained the difference between
black people.
Millions of people have seen it. Chances are you have too. It had significant pop culture relevance.
Every time black people want to have a good time, some Asian ass. I can't
Kids in my school were imitating that skit every day. My school in Australia, which was 99% white. Despite its popularity, Chris Rock stopped doing that routine. No, not because he was cancelled or whatever. he stopped voluntarily because he knew he was encouraging all the wrong types of people to say the N-word and therefore causing harm to the black community. You might also remember Dave Chappelle made a similar choice. He walked away from money and fame when he realized his jokes were causing people to laugh at black people, not with them. Now, if you are wondering,
how come Chris Rock can do a routine and everybody finds it hilarious and groundbreaking?
Oh my God.
And I go and do the exact same routine, same comedic timing, and people file a complaint to corporate.
it's because audience and intention matter. There is a
That's
huge
true.
difference between sharing an inside joke with your own community versus pandering to outsiders, reinforcing negative stereotypes, and giving people permission to laugh at your own community. That's why numerous Asian actors in Hollywood have refused to play negative Asian stereotypes or
Really? Really? I don't think that's entirely true. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, Kumail Nanjiani, John Cho, and Kumar, I forgot his name. He was in Van Wilder. He had an Indian accent. He's like, fuck you, Van Wilder. But you know, I'm gonna go, you know, get some pussy. You know, it's like he plays a stereotype. John Cho, I'm pretty sure in some points he has, but I've never actually legit seen him. But he is the. Now, if we're gonna give anything to John Cho, we gotta give him this. He's the guy. He's the first guy who said the word MILF. All right. If you guys don't know, I believe it was in American Pie, or I forgot whatever movie. All right. Zesty Mike with the 2 with the frick. What is that? What is that profile picture? Yo, thank you for the 2, man. Thank you. Zesty Mike. Cal Penn. Thank you. But going back to John Cho, he is the first guy that coined the term MILF, and it's in the movie. And he's like, "What's the MILF?" He's like, "Mom, I like to fuck," right? Man, ever since then, that word MILF became like everyone used it moving forward, right? You go onto any hub site, it's American Pie, right? Thank you. Yeah, you go onto any hub, it is from that, right? Does Kato count as Asian superhero? You're goddamn right it does. All right, Bruce Lee, not Jay Chow, but Bruce Lee. You're goddamn right. All right, let's continue.
make fun of Asian accents for non-Asian audiences to laugh at, but some people are more selfish. For example, the most popular Asian influencers of our current day and age. Nigel Ng, also known as Uncle Roger.
Okay, if you guys don't know, Nigel Ng or Nigel Ng, he naturally does not have the Uncle Roger accent. Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? Hiya, fuyo. Like he does not have that accent. He has like a minor Asian accent, but his majority of his accent is British. If you guys don't know. All right, he is actually a comedian first, and that's ever since he did this whole like leg up, you know. Hey, what are you doing? You make the 5 whites. What are you doing? Ever since that popped off, that became his persona. That literally became his persona, and yeah, like but things that he got mega popular, right? He does videos with He did videos with like a bunch of like actual chef. He did videos with Gordon Ramsay, right? Gordon Ramsay. People were waiting for him at Costco. Like there was like a line outside. Like holy shit, man! Like, he popped right off, right? And he used it. And here's the thing, though. It's not. He's doing that accent is because he knows that it breaks the tension and it makes whatever he says funnier. Like, why you have colander? Colander for stupid people. Sorry, children, right? Whenever he breaks character in his case, he goes, sorry, children, right? He says it in his regular voice.
What you doing, stranger? Oh my god, nobody used tomato for Thai curry.
I view Uncle Roger as a celebration of Asianness and Asian culture and Asian things in general. Uncle Roger never puts his own race down.
Why do you eat that bat? Why do you eat that?
To the people.
Oh my god, man. Oh shit. He probably need to apologize to China for that shit. Holy crap. Holy crap, man. You gotta apologize to Dash. You gotta apologize to China for that, man.
People who accuse me of that character being a racist caricature.
Is he going through the wars or something?
I would say I'll urge them to actually listen to the things I'm saying and see that
Comic Uncle Roger banned on Chinese social media. It's probably because of that. Here's the thing. If you guys don't know, Nigel Ng did a collaboration with Strictly Dumplings, Mikey Chen. I love Mikey Chen, by the way. And they did a collaboration, and the thing is that, like, I believe Mikey Chen he's Taiwanese, and he's very outspoken about Taiwan being its own country. And I believe that Uncle Roger, like, without asking Mikey Chen, removed that collaboration video himself without telling him. Goes to show that he basically really shielded for China. Right, but I believe that Wuhan virus thing. Why you eat the bat? What are you doing? Why you eat the bat? Why you stupid? How you season it? Tell me right now. I want to try it. Uncle Roger want to try bat? It's simple. We eat the bat, man.
everything I say is lifting our people up.
And Stephen He Oburn, also known as Stephen He.
You don't know how easy you have it, huh? Every time I turn the ACL, I get whooped by my grandpa for wasting money. Emotional damage.
Yep, that basically popped them off right over there. Let me go back just a little bit. Yeah, the emotional damage is what's popped him off, right? It's funny because I reacted to one of his videos because I had no idea who this guy was. The emotional damage was, I will send you to Jesus, right? The emotional damage thing. And now he popped off. He popped off during COVID, right? So, like, it was crazy. Yo, Willie Fister butt. Willie fist her butt with the 411. Oh my God. Thank you, man. Thank you with the 411. Oh my God.
I get whooped by my grandpa for wasting money. Emotional damage. Emotional damage.
Right here, Stephen He Oburn. Of course, this guy who makes fun of the Asian dad stereotype grew up with a white Irish stepdad. What about his grandfather, though? So here's the thing. If you guys don't know, whenever I do Asian accents, I have several types of Asian accents I'm doing, right? Like, I use the Mandarin one. I just talk. Hey Philip, what are you doing? Oh no. Oh no, don't do that. No, it's a bat. Oh, so dangerous. It's basically like a meme off of one of my close friends and my mom, right? Hey Philip, hey, what are you doing? Hey, what you want that Avenger? Avenger, good. That's my dad's accent, right? He's Cantonese, but he was born and raised in Burma, so his accent is completely different. What's it called again? Nigel's and Steven is more of a Cantonese Hong Kong style accent, right? So it's like, what are you doing, Mrs. Swan? Yeah, sorry. So sorry. Oh my God, man. Oh my God. It's funny because one of my other favorite Asian comics is named Steve Byrne. There it is. Like, the thing is, I have no issues, all right? Like, did anyone ever get mad at Russell Peters when he made fun of Chinese people? He said, hey, be a man, do the right thing, right? Like did anyone ever get mad at him? Right? And the thing is, like, a lot of his material that he did is more from his dad, right? It's more from his dad. For me, like, I basically mimic my dad. The reason why is my dad says a lot of funny ass shit, dude. Oh my God. Miss Swan was Asian? Oh my God, dude. Oh shit.
Damage. Hide under the table.
Nigel and Stephen are icons of our generation, each having tens of millions of...
Yeah, let's see this sort of... Look how... Holy shit, look at the subscribers. 9.88, 13.1. That's wild, dude. That's crazy. What's going on, Emily? Hope you're doing well. Jed Ravenwolf. Hope you're doing well.
Followers and billions of views combined, mostly gained from playing racist Asian caricatures, perpetuating negative stereotypes, and making fun of Asian accents for Western audiences. We'll discuss intention later. For now, let's focus on their audience. What types of people are actually watching Uncle Roger? And
here's the thing. I used to watch Uncle Roger too. All right. His audience is, yes, it is more for Western audiences, not white, but Western audiences, people who don't really know too much about the Asian culture and stuff like that. But the thing is that a lot of Asian people watch him too is because it's about cooking, right? You got no wok hey. You don't have wok hey. How do you cook good fried rice? Right? It's that kind of stuff. Yo, it's going to rough night. I hope you're doing well, man. But yeah, man, it's his audience is more it's more for Western people, but it's universal. There's a reason why he's still popping off till to this day. There's a reason why Nigel Ng went to a Costco in a basically highly concentrated Asian community, and all the fucking Asians showed up. All right, they basically showed up to see Nigel, to see Uncle Roger. Okay, just letting you know. If you want to go really, really hard on a Chinese or Asian accent, Chinese people do not know how to pronounce the R's. They pronounce it with an L. So Uncle Roger, right? I want the coolest light. I want the coolest light. I had a friend, he was Thai. Like very thick Thai accent. Hey, Philip, what are you doing? Right? Like very like thick Thai accent. He couldn't pronounce Coors Light. He called it Coors Light. Coors Light. Right? Funny is funny. Why try to make stupid racial thing about it? Maybe I don't know. It usually it's like, oh, I wish I did this first. Sometimes it's envy. Sometimes it's envy. I'm not sure. Maybe this guy's just pointing it out. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the full context of the video. As of right now, it seems like he's against this, but we'll see.
Stephen Hilburn. And how does that affect the Asian community? Of course, it's difficult to obtain such audience data. We could make speculations based on social media user demographics, but I want something a bit more concrete. So I did my own social experiment. For my first upload on this channel, I made a concise and direct video about the harmful effects of Uncle Roger and Stephen Hilburn. The key points I made were: number 1, Nigel Ng and Stephen Hilburn were perpetuating negative Asian stereotypes. Number 2, they were pandering to non-Asian audiences who have historically enjoyed mocking Asians. Number 3, they were normalizing the mocking of Asians for humor. Number 4, if you are an Asian who enjoys their content, then you have no right to call out racism against Asians or the lack of positive Asian representation.
Positive everything in the media. Asians, point 4, Asians who enjoy Uncle Roger and Stephen have no right to call out racism against Asian or the lack of positive Asian representation in media. I don't give a flying fuck about Asian representation in media. Absolutely not. If there's an Asian, there's an Asian. It is what it is. There. If I want Asian representation, I watch a Jackie Chan movie. It's that simple. I don't need it in the West. Now, the point right over here, he says, you have no right to call out racism against Asians. I beg to fucking differ. All right? How many people died during the whole BLM bullshit, especially in Oakland and in San Francisco during the 2020 riots of George Floyd? How many Asian people got hit up? How many Asian people were attacked? You're saying that I can't call this shit out? Absolutely L take, for sure. If you don't know, I have families and friends and stuff like that. Like this person, they were affected by stuff like this, right? They weren't hit, but they were assaulted in some kind of way or whatever and stuff like that. We absolutely have a right to call out racism against Asians. Just because we are making fun of ourselves and we like watching these type of comedy doesn't mean that, because wrong is still fucking wrong.
Representation in Western media. And number 5, you cannot call yourself progressive and inclusive while enjoying laughing at racist Asian.
Good thing I'm not progressive and inclusive, because fuck DEI.
caricatures, and I got exactly the response I expected. Thousands of comments and dislikes from just 40,000 views. Enough data for us to separate all the comments into 10 different audiences.
Here we go.
First, you have people who just straight up left racist comments. Next, you have people who think,
Cry more, soy boy. Comedy can't be racist. It's comedy. Lighten up, tramp. Grow a pair, fairy. Bro, they don't mean it's just for comedy. It's jokes. Why are you hating? By the way, I'm not Asian. What a snowflake. You are the problem, snowflake. You a bitch. Grow up. Shut up. If your own people can't poke fun of your own race, then you are just soft.
I shouldn't be so sensitive about people laughing at Asians. Then you have people who blatantly admitted they were laughing at Asians and the Asian accent.
Okay, wait. We gotta go back to look at that.
Then you have people.
Okay, this video is sad because I love Asian accent. It sounds funny. Making fun of stereotypes and accents is always a great laugh. I'm not Asian, but the Asian accent is funny. Chill. We do it at school and no one cares. Relax. The accent. Laugh. Laughing emoji. Of course you mock any accent. I don't think you or others should just grow a pair and move on with their life. Accents are just funny. Y'all just taking this too seriously. I'm more on this boat. Right? Do I think the Chinese accent and Asian accent is funny? In a way, yes. But the thing is that I'm so used to it. Right? And that's the reason when... Okay, do you know when was the first time I heard an Indian accent? The first time I heard an Indian accent was Simpsons. Was Apu. And then I heard my friend, I had a friend in middle school. His name is Manit. He's Indian, like he's dark Indian, like red dot Indian. He's like darker. He's the red dot Indian. Okay. So the thing is that like his dad came one time. Like his dad came in a turban, right? He had a turban on, or something. He has something on his head. It probably is a turban. It's a Manit, daddy, let's go home. And I was like, damn. I was like, so they do talk like that, right? Like when I say India, I'm not talking about the fucking. I'm not talking about those, all right? I'm talking about. I'm talking about those Indians, okay? But the thing is that like I thought it was funny. I thought it was cool. People make fun of everyone, right? It's sort of like when people do like a black accent, they do like an American accent, they do like a Californian accent. Like no one cares, man. No one cares. Right? It's like who cares? Was he a sheik? I don't know. His dad could be. I don't know, man. But I'm not sure.
Who blatantly admitted they were laughing at Asians and the Asian accents. People who try to deflect with
whataboutisms. Okay, you must be a lot of fun at parties. By the way, I lived in China for 4 years. I'm pretty sure that they treat Americans in China much worse than Chinese people are treated here in the US. Get over yourself. I have no sympathy for you. So what? Chinese people are racist as fuck against blacks. The rest of the world literally does this for Americans and their accents. So no one can do Australian accents, British accents, New York accents, Boston accents, or Texan accents anymore. Dude, it's just for fun. People do exaggerated Texan, British, Scottish, French, Aussie, and German, etc. Accents as well, including associated stereotypes, even if they are not even from those places, which typically would be worse, but that apparently is okay. Bro, I just watched a video about a bunch of black basketball players getting off a bus in China. Everyone was there. He was yelling the N-word and at them repeatedly. Chinese people are the most racist people on the planet. Have a Coke and smile and chill the F out. It's just jokes. Now, here's the thing. Right? China itself, people from China, people that are in China, most likely when they see, you know, like, especially when you have like I saw a video of like a black person who joined the Red Note because of the TikTok band, and basically most of the top comments were basically calling them the N-word, right? Like, are you gonna, you know, for me, like, do I care people if they call me a chink? You know, it really depends on the malicious malicious content or behind it. You know, if they're actually like extremely malicious about it. You know, like when I was young, I got these two white boys who are older than me basically said that you're a chink. Go back to China, yellow skin. I'm gonna call what's it called again? Immigration on you. Half the school is Asian, bro. Like half like I don't know why they picked they freaking zeroed in on me. But the thing is that their mom was one of the narcs or like the yard duty ladies, like those people who are like making sure people don't run in the hallway. Their mom was one of those girls. So like I went up to them and said, your son called me this. Both of your sons called me a chink. I fucking ratted them out. I fucking ratted them out to their mom. You know what happened next? The mom, he said, my boy said that to you? I'm like, yeah. The mom immediately called the sons over. It's like, were you picking on this little boy here? And they're like, sorry. It's like, all right, you guys are friends now. It was Timothy and his brother, his name was Leonard. We fucking became good ass friends, man. We became good ass friends after that incident. But yeah, man, it's crazy. The thing is that like I work at restaurants. I have a Mexican guy who calls me Chinatown, right? I don't care. I don't fucking care. I just laugh. Because I like the thing is that if you show people that like, especially people that you work with or people that you're around with all the time, it shows that like it bothers you, then like they're gonna do it more or something like that. I'm not sure what it is, but the thing is that it's like I can fucking care less, dude. I can care less.
What about isms? For example, we also make fun of other accents, not just Asian accents. And Asians are the most racist, Asians are rude, etc, etc, etc. We also have people who claim they are.
Alright, so I like Uncle Roger for teaching me about Asian cooking. I understand where you're coming from though, but I really don't think they're a major issue. The massive spikes in anti-Asian hate crimes resulting from the pandemic is far more important issue, exactly, that wasn't discussed nearly as much as it should have been. I agree mostly, but Uncle Roger helps me learn a lot about cooking. There's a difference between a race joke and a racist joke. I think you fail to understand it. Don't get me wrong, for me, there is healthy racism and toxic racism, and normalizing healthy racism is a good thing. For example, Uncle Roger didn't make Asians look bad. Instead, he showed us how white people are horrible at cooking and disrespectful toward Asian culture. Personally, it's just satire, and allowing people to learn about our culture through comedy is just golden. Yeah, I think this is fine. I think these are the most like, look, this is what he's trying to do. And that's how I see it.
To learn about Asian culture, a legion of 12-year-olds, Asians who think it's not a big deal, who left comments like, it's just a joke, lighten up. As a nation, I find it funny. As a nation, I'm not offended. Then you have people who agree these influences are problematic.
They can get away with it because no one cares about Asians. I see these comments. I know I can only speak for myself. I lost the fight. Standing up against these idiots, I couldn't win. Is that Simu Liu? Bro, that looks like Simu Liu. Bro, this isn't the same fairy tale where you talk back against hate, they magically go away. This is reality. Yeah, this guy wrote a fucking dissertation. Not to mention, doesn't society judge the morality of things based on how much people are affected by it or who? If a black person made a racist joke about another black person, nothing is wrong since most likely they wouldn't get offended. Compare that to if a white person did that to you'd have a problem. It doesn't necessarily have to do with making jokes within your own race as well. Even if a black person made a racist joke about a white person, most likely the white person wouldn't care. Therefore, it's normalized. Could other people get offended? Yes, but it wouldn't matter since those people are the minority. While the people who don't get offended are in the majority. People only care about the majority of what people think or feel, not some people. Not some people or the minority. Why do I think that these jokes are okay? Because the majority of people don't get offended by it. If that changes in the future and a majority of the people who are affected by it, then I would change my mind. Why do I think that's okay? Because that's how society has operated for generations and always will. Even if in a few months these jokes were actually taken seriously, it would only be because it was seen that the majority of people were affected by it. Or maybe because a mass noticed this video and started actually take this stuff seriously. This isn't even the only case of race. This has to do with every aspect of society. Every single thing that you perceive has morally right or wrong is to only perceive that way because of the majority. If people actually started to care about the particular thing that started to take a change, that's the sad thing, honestly. In a way, I think you're right, but even so, it doesn't matter because I'm the minority, so that thinks so. Person is not wrong, right? It's sort of like normalizing marijuana, normalizing saying, you know, retard, normalizing saying, I don't know, like woke stuff, saying like, you know, stuff is being normalized. So as of right now, this Stephen He and Nigel aren't terrible at what they're doing. I think it's funny. I think it's more like what they're doing is not hurting the Asian community.
However, they feel powerless to do anything about it. And of course, Asians who are watching because they find the content relatable. And people who agree laughing at Asians is bad. Now, you can easily argue Uncle Roger and Stephen He's content negatively influences every single audience group. Before we talk about that, it's important to remember Nigel and Stephen's content used to be very different. Nigel was doing regular stand-up comedy.
You know, lived in Britain for a while. I learned that.
Before turning into a caricature.
Putting mango chutney into pan. Mango chutney.
Stephen was your typical
oh my god
YouTuber. Can I eat my Himalayan salt and lemon?
Before perpetuating negative stereotypes about Asian fathers, even though he had a stepdad who was white, Stephen and Nigel are Asians living in the West.
Okay, I'm wondering, right? Because this guy's channel is a lot bigger than mine, but his channel is nowhere near the size of Nigel's and what's it called again? Normalizing your love of food. Look, I'm not gonna respond to such terrible allegations. All right, that's slander. But yeah, I would say that if this guy, this guy I'm watching, let's say if he became a Uncle Roger, I don't think he would make this video because money talks. Like in this case, like let's say if this guy like used the Asian stereotype and made a video that went viral that netted him millions of views and then hundreds of thousands to millions of followers, he will continue making those items because that's his livelihood. It will make him. Now, there are people who are going to be like, actually, no, I wouldn't do that because that's against my principles. I'm pretty sure Nigel and Steven are multi-millionaires. They get invited to do a lot of stuff. They are super mega. They are international. They're Mr. Worldwide, right? On top of the world, right? That kind of stuff. Like I think that it would be completely different but this he doesn't have a massive YouTube channel like those other two. But who am I to say anything, right? I'm just a dumb food lover.
Catering to a westernized audience. And they are performing a genre of comedy I like to call Asian exploitation comedy. It's like self-deprecating humor, except you are not making jokes about yourself. You're making jokes about your entire race. These are racist jokes anyone knows how to make.
Right.
He's like, I saw your tray flip. It was bad. Your tray flip in? I saw that. One kekatai. Like I'm starting up with Japanese.
Here's the thing. Now, a white guy doing Chinese, Japanese accent, Korean accent, does that bother me? No. No. He said it. We never said you were dumb. There it is. Admitted it. Caught. Bro, that was so clipped. Let's continue with this video.
It's the same as black comedians who only make jokes about like watermelon.
People, they don't even see. They're summoned in my own.
And really think about why content featuring degenerate caricatures are being pushed so hard by social media algorithms.
The reason why it's pushed so hard is because people find them funny. It's that simple. People find them funny. People like watching them. That's the reason why. That's how the algorithm works. Oh, you think this is funny? Let's watch this. Oh, have you heard of Uncle Roger? Watch this.
Who exactly has the most to gain from all this? Because it's certainly not Asians who these comedians unfortunately represent, especially when you consider we live in a social climate where Asians are actively disadvantaged by persistent stereotypes, where most Asian Americans feel like they don't belong in America, especially young Asian Americans, where Asian Americans don't feel safe in their neighborhoods, where
Look, if you're an Asian person and you don't live in Oakland, if you're an Asian person, don't live in Compton. I'm not saying that, oh, because those are majority of where black people live. I'm just talking about this. There's a lot of crime in that area. So there's not a lot of cops who will actually go to your house and save you. And especially living in a state here, like California, most of the time, if not all the time, Asians are where we are easy licks, right? There's lots of music videos out there and like songs and rap videos saying that how Asians are easy licks. If you guys don't know what that is, it means that we're basically free money to them. All right. Now, do you know why like places like Arcadia, Diamond Bar, San Marino, Pasadena, all of those places have a highly concentrated Asians, Alhambra, San Gabriel. Do you know why? It's because the school systems there are good. And that's where a lot of people move to. They go on they check Zillow, and they check Redfin, and they go down and look at the school system. All right, my sister, she does not pick when she moved, she does not pick a school rating that's under an 8. It's because we care. Whenever you have a good school system, good school rating, then the people there are better off, are more well off. Right? The thing is, the reason why a lot of Asians don't feel comfortable where they're living is just so happens it's to be honest, it's the governmental policies. It is the governmental policies that ruins a lot of stuff. It's basically government policies. Oh, you can rob shit as long as it's under $900. Are you freaking serious? Right? If Asians were actually able to defend themselves here in California, if Asians were actually able to protect themselves, it would be way easier. Right? It's like I would say, like, if this is the case, right? Like, I know that as like a study, maybe off of, I don't know, Riverside or like Berkeley or some shit, right? Most, like, if that study is actually true, I know a lot of my family members would have moved back to China. It would have been so, but the thing is that China is much worse in terms of freedom. It's absolutely much worse, right? And the thing is that majority of the time, like, these Asians don't want to move out of their comfort zone. Right? Like, oh, if you started a business, right? Oh, all my friends are here. Like, you don't want to move out of your comfort zone. They've been living, like, my family has been living here for a long time now. They're not going to want to move.
Every Asian will experience some form of racism and discrimination. Influencers like Nigel Ahn and Stephen He help shape societal norms.
3 sticks of butter for 2 sticks.
By reinforcing negative Asian stereotypes at such a large scale, they empower people's desire to be racist.
Look, I don't care if these what's it called again? These what's his name? Myron, right? This guy's named Myron. I forgot. I don't care if they do that. I absolutely do not care. You can probably care, but there's a saying that I like to say to people. If you can't change the people around you, physically change the people around you, get the fuck out of the situation. Right? But most people can't. Right? Most people don't have the opportunity to move to different states, right?
By allowing them to hide behind the excuse of comedy.
心证明亮，经常令人听头。哎呦。 Emotional damage.
I pressed the wrong button. Shit.
Consider jokes about
There we go. Sorry. I pressed the wrong button.
Asian Americans feel like they don't
Sorry.
it's like design.
There we go. Sorry. I pressed the wrong button.
Say goodbye.
This in turn normalizes
I don't fucking care, man. That was like saying every person that has a made racial jokes contributes to racism. That's wild. Yo, what's going on, Mike? Yo, hope you're doing well, man. Yeah, it's like it's projecting, dude.
the mocking of Asians for laughs. I mean, it's just a joke, right? Making fun of Asians is so normalized, people become offended by Asians for being offended. After all, if Uncle Roger can make fun of Asians, I can too, right?
Hiya, Ching Chong Ding Dong. Relax, it can't be racist. It's comedy.
Asian exploitation comedy also harms young Asians, especially in the West, where positive representations of Asians are extremely limited. When Asians are always the punching bags, it's going to
Look, it's not my fault that Ken Jeong has a fucking micro penis. All right, it's not my fault. Right? Like, Ken Jeong puts himself as a punching bag, but the thing is that, like, Ken Jeong is, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I believe he has like a doctorate. Right? I'm not a big fan of Ken Jeong in general, but I believe he has a doctorate, like he has a doctor's degree. He's not stupid. Right? He's just using his Asianness to get stuff across. Now, are there more Asian type movies out there now? A little bit, right? You got like anything everything all at once, right? That one, you get that, and then you have Crazy Rich Asians. That's not really for people in China, it's more for people here. Yeah, he's got an MD. Exactly, he got an MD. He's a medical doctor. This guy would fucking hate me, man. Right, this guy would hate me. Right, internalized racism. Traditionally, internalized racism has been described as beliefs about one's own inferiority, weakness, or shortcomings as a function of membership in an oppressed groups. Like, for me, I always make fun of myself. That shit comes first. No matter what. I always make fun of myself, no matter what. Oh, what's this here? Yo, Epic Mike with the 5. Thank you, man. Do the balls add to the fun or the extra work? Oh my God. Oh no. I'll answer that question in a bit, all right? Oh my God.
to encourage internalized racism and self-hatred and cause young nations to feel pressured to conform to negative stereotypes in exchange for social acceptance from non-nations.
We got Monday. Oh, dude, a very good day.
Uses for glasses but not contacts.
I'll take some first time, right? And what the why no fit?
Mom,
Do your homework.
going out in front of.
Do your homework.
And surely I'm not the only one who finds it bizarre people are okay with Uncle Roger making fun of Ukraine.
That is, I need to hear what he said. I need to hear what Nigel said. I feel like not answering is gayer than just answering. Oh. We need answers. You don't want balls that will slap against your chin. I'll finish this video. I know. I know. Answer the question.
Weird jokes about children.
Stop fingering your eyes, Jesus. The rice 1 day old, not 16-year-old. Stop fingering it.
And
16 only?
because he's
Damn.
Asian accent while doing it. And Stephen Hilburn, well, he is literally doing racist stereotypes about Asian dads when he grew up with a white stepdad. Are we living in a clown world? And you know what's actually funny? This video of a guy mocking Uncle Roger is more entertaining than Uncle Roger himself.
First, you want to beat the egg. You want to beat the egg like you beat your children after they come home with a B on the report card.
Like you, Erica. Now, if you are wondering, plus, if Asian exploitation humor is so harmful, then why do so many Asians do it? Money is because of money. Business is all about
Exactly.
demand. And
Exactly. Because it makes money, all right? Look, if I'm not okay. Russell Peters is a comedian, stand-up comedian, well known, right? I would say he probably his comedy bits are making fun of his dad. All right? His comedy bits are making fun of his dad. If it makes money, then it makes money. Just get your money, man. Gotta make that money, money, money. Yeah, Erica looks cute. Yeah, man. Look, I'm gonna go back. This guy has 21,000 subscribers. A heck of a lot more than I have, all right? But the thing is, if this guy had 20 million subscribers and he did the exact same thing that Uncle Roger and Steven did, he would not be complaining. Is that blackface? I think so. Personally, I always found Asian egg rolls taste so good. They burst with a lot of flavor. So salty umami. Don't tell Lethal though, he gets jealous. Yo, Cortana Blabs. Thank you so much for the 5. Thank you. Yeah, funny is funny. There's different types of funny, right? The reason why they're funny is because it's true. I make fun of my dad all the time. But the thing is that, like, when I make fun of my dad, I make fun of the stuff he does. Not because of accent. But the thing is, I put the accent in there is because I'm trying to mimic him, is because his accent heightens the comedy. Okay? It heightens the comedy.
throughout human history, we know for a fact there is a huge demand for content of minorities, making fun of minorities. It's a massive market, and it's much easier for minorities to find success by selling out versus trying to fight against the system. Think about how many famous westernized Asians became successful by making fun of Asian accents and stereotypes. The face of Asians in traditional media is not talented actors like John Cho, Daniel Day Kim, Steven Yeun, or Manny Jacinto. It's Ken Jeong.
I worked with that Asian guy. His name, dude from The Hangover. Yeah, what's his name?
You know, I worked with that chick.
And of course, on social media, the largest Asian influencers are people like Uncle Roger, Stephen He, and Bobby Lee. Yes, we get it, Asians eat dogs, ha ha ha, so funny. Where did you get your jokes from? The 1920s? Look, Bruce Lee, a man who died 50 years ago, is still the most well-known positive representation of Asians to this day. So if you are an Asian who only cares about fame and fortune, then it makes sense for you to be a clown and start making fun of your parents' accent. This self-humiliation formula even works for white comedians in Asia.
我是的人怎么说？我是的人都说 I have like I have again.
With that.
It works. All right. It works. All right. Better than Ali Wong, who makes jokes about being a hoe. Can't argue with that. Can't argue with that. So, the thing is, Bruce Lee Bruce Lee was revered is because he's a martial artist, and he doesn't really, he wanted to heighten the kung fu and the martial arts from Hong Kong and China. All right, that's his thing. Now here's the thing though. Whenever Jackie Chan makes an American movie, right, and like especially like Rush Hour, it's like one of his most like famous like movies out there, and they make fun of him. But the thing is that it's comedy, and Jackie Chan is okay with it, right? It's just like who cares? So Lucy Liu doesn't exist. Lucy Liu exists for sure, but the thing is, yeah, Lucy Liu. There's not been a chance, at least from what I've seen, or a clip, or from what I've seen from Lucy Liu, where like she basically uses that. But it really depends on where you are in your, like what makes you money, right? What makes you money? But the thing is that's also your livelihood. Who makes jokes about not liking foodies, but we all know the truth. I still smash Ali Wong. She's hot. Yeah, I would too.
We got just like yards of it. Yes, tightening up a lot, but I guess actually it's really easy. And you're an Asian, just get on that way.
Oh my God.
My mom's like, not a man, I was really going to write a new on Asian. Then just do a Chinese accent, everybody glass of the Chinese accent.
Oh my God.
It's thought that you're even more landable. That way you can get a chance to express that in public.
Also, always people,
That is true, though.
especially Asians, who spend all their free time defending people like Uncle Roger. Oh, no, he's not selling out. He doesn't have bad intentions. He's just trying to teach people about Asian culture.
Like I said, the reason why Uncle Roger keeps doing it is because it gets him money. All right, that's the same thing with Steven. Yo, legendary scope of the one. Thank you, man. Gong Li was hot as fucking her prime, yeah. Lucy Liu was hot too, absolutely. Yeah, she's still hot. Still, talk about lazy comedy. Right, now here's the thing. You have to, in terms of comedy, it's all about what timing, right? It's all about situation and timing. And whatever the subject is about timing, like it has to, like for me, whenever I make fun of my dad, I talk about situation. Like for instance, I'm probably gonna make a skit about it, and put it online. But there's one time where like, you guys ever watch Key and Peele, and there's one scene, this one skit they did, where it's like this guy was like, he's like doing it with his bro, and they're both sweating, and they're like looking at each other in the face and stuff like that. And what happened was, my dad came in, and this is during the summer. So like I used to have a room in the garage, no AC, nothing. So like it's fucking hot, like 90 degrees outside. So it's like I'm fucking baking, like 100 degrees in my room. I fucking took off my shirt and I just laid there on my bed like this. All right, I laid there on the bed like this, and I knew that my dad was gonna come in because he needed help with what's it called again, with some EDD stuff, right? Something for like unemployment. Bro comes in, my dad comes in and says, hey Philly, hey, take a look at this. And then he looks at the TV and he sees Keegan-Michael Key and Jordan Peele basically go, doing it with my bro. And he looks at me and I'm sweating and he says, oh, I'll talk to you later. Come back later. Bro thought that I was watching gay porn. My dad thought I was watching gay porn. Oh my God. Yo, legendary scrub with the 2. Thank you, man. Meek says pay, I pay. Yo, Best West with the 1. Thank you, man. And legendary scrub with the 199. Thank you. But yeah, man, it's wild, dude. Oh, there it is. We reached the goal. Big sweaty food balls. All right, I'll be answering that. I will answer that. All right. I'll answer all your food questions.
Oh. Nigel and Steven at any time could easily demonize all the racists who watch their content to laugh at Asians, but all they ever do is defend their content.
Uncle Roger never puts his own race down.
What?
Say their content is not racist.
That there are people calling me racist against me, against Asians, and when I see that, I go into their profile, and they're never Asian. They're always white people calling me racist towards Asians. What?
You know why? Money. It's because of money. If they call out all their racist fans, then they are going to lose a large portion of their audience. They choose money and fame over anything else. But here's what's interesting. The black community at large is united against their sellouts like Kim Bok, Jerry Pubdrank, Michael Blackson, and pretty much anyone who doesn't represent their community in a positive light. Asians allow clowns to become the faces of our community. Why are we allowing racist caricatures to define what it means to be Asian? First of all, many Asians who defend people like
guarantee people get offended by is actually not Asian.
They either don't know or don't care about racism and discrimination against Asians in the West because it doesn't affect them in their day-to-day life. However, do remember Nigel An and Stephen He are westernized Asians catering to a Western audience.
Hiya! Uncle Roger!
Today, I'll be competing against Uncle Roger.
Just because their actions don't affect you personally doesn't mean they are harmless. Now, what about westernized Asians?
Okay, see that's where that's where I think like there are not a lot of people out there. Now you're talking about billions of people, billions of people out there. If you show like Nigel Ng or Stephen He to like anyone from China, most of the time they would be like, oh, it's, you know, they don't find it like they probably won't find it funny, but they won't find it offensive to them. When an outside race does it, that's when they have a problem. That's usually it. Ultimately it comes down to the intent. If you have mean-spirited intentions, then it's not okay. Otherwise, what's wrong if it makes people laugh? Everyone needs to lighten up and make jokes about themselves. Yeah, I do that shit all the time. This guy we probably won't get along. Me and this guy probably won't ever get along.
Claim they find people like Uncle Roger and Stephen He relatable and aren't too worried about the racist elements of their content, which honestly I think is fine. However, if you are one of those Asians, then you have no right to be upset about racism and discrimination.
Shut the fuck up. Okay, so you're saying that if I find it funny and then a guy comes up to me and punches me in my face because they want to do a knockdown game, and I say, oh, I can't be racist towards that. I can't say racism. If they come up to me and call me chink and punch me in my face, I can't say it's racism. I have no right. Shut the fuck up, dude. What the hell, man? That's a wild fucking take, dude. That's insane. Oh my god, dude. Yo, Epic Mike with the 10. Thank you, man. Can a Fuda also be a bro? Is it just bros helping bros? No balls make you a bro? Thank you. Epic Mike, thanks for the 10. Oh my god. Well, let's finish this video. I need to get this. I need to finish this video.
Or the lack of positive Asian representation in media. And also, don't look for other people to stand up for you when you face racial abuse. Otherwise, that would make you a hypocrite.
Yeah, I got punched, man. He just started coming at me and just started punching me.
Nobody stepped in.
Yeah, why? Why do you eat that fat? Why do you eat that hot?
Man, this guy sounds very upset that Uncle Roger and Stephen He is making more money than he is, right? Now he's just like, oh, if I wanted to make a lot of money, I'll sell out too. But the thing is that this guy naturally has an accent, right? He naturally has an accent already, so like it won't really be funny. You know what I'm talking about? Like the reason why it's funny is because they can do the accent. The more we chat, the more Phil sweats. I'm sweating a little.
Westernized Asians, especially younger ones, choose to make fun of their race because of operant conditioning. Asians who make fun of their race usually receive positive feedback from non-Asians and Western society, especially in high schools and the entertainment industry. Conversely, Asians who stand up for themselves are often viewed as being antagonistic. You see this on social media all the time. There will always be Asians who make comments like, "As an Asian, I don't find XYZ offensive" on the racist video.
What the fuck, man? I didn't press shit. Goddamn son of a bitch. Sorry.
The difference between exaggerated Asian stereotypes and actual Asian people. In which case, please explain to me why, after hundreds of years, Asians in the West, to this day, are still facing the same issues regarding stereotypes and struggling to be treated as individuals. Other people say, it's not Uncle Roger and Stephen He's fault their fans are laughing at Asians. In which case, again, Chris Rock and Dave Chappelle disagree. In fact, the larger your platform, the more responsible you should be with your actions and words. Why should we let these influencers off easy when all they do is perpetuate racist Asian stereotypes? Then you have people who say, so what if they make fun of Asian accents? It's okay to have an Asian accent. Be proud of it. Oh yeah, no you should be proud of your Asian accent, but
man, that's wild, man. It's from an Asian brother to another Asian brother. like, it's okay to have a bad take, man. It's okay to have a bad take. I understand that you know, people like Uncle Roger and Stephen He are making a lot of money making fun of accents that you have, and you feel like, man, I wish I have money. I wished that I had their kind of fame. Now, what he can do is do the opposite. If he make fun of white people, that could potentially skyrocket your you know, your popularity. But the thing is that he's like, he probably, you know, he has his degree in the back. He has 2 degrees in the back, right? He's showing how smart he is, right? He has the goat, the shiny goat in the back. I don't know, maybe he's the year of the goat. I'm not sure what it is. I'm not trying to be mean to this guy, but it feels like this comes out of, you're saying that, oh, you shouldn't do this, is because it's hurting the Asian community, right? It's perpetuating, it's basically throwing more, you know, gasoline on a fire by stirring more Asian hate in the community. And I think that, I don't know where this guy lives. Based off of his degrees, I'm not sure where he lives. He could live somewhere else. He doesn't have a U.S. Chinese accent. It sounds a little bit different. I don't think this guy's from the U.S. in terms of living in the U.S. from like Asia. It looks like I can't tell from his degree and his background, because it sounds, he could be like British or something like that. Like his English is a little different from American English. But man, this guy is like really like projecting his insecurities about it, right? It's okay to laugh at something. It's not okay to laugh at something. It's up to you whether or not. Comedy is whether you think it's funny or not, right? But if the majority of the people find it funny, then let them like it. But the thing is that, like, you're telling someone like me, who has gone through actual, like, if you guys don't know, I'm saying this again. My family was affected by the 92 riots in LA. The LA riots, I was a part of the, like, that they burned down my fucking supermarket, the one that my family did. Like, we had one in South Central. Like, the thing is that I've gone through like legit racism before. Like, I've gotten beaten up for being Chinese before. It's you gotta call a spade here, man. Like, if it's malicious and the intent is to basically hurt you, you know, like calling you a chink and stuff like that, like actually, like, you know, me saying the N-word to someone, me calling someone a Cracker Jack box, right? Like calling, like it really depends on what your intent is. If this is comedy, you don't have to like the comedy. Just turn that shit off. My family's a rooftop Korean. Nah, man. My like, the thing is, the shops that we didn't have a shop. We had a market, right? And my parents did have guns and stuff like that, but they weren't like ballsy like that. They weren't that ballsy.
If you cannot tell the difference between being proud of your Asian accent versus faking an Asian accent for non-Asians to laugh at, then respectfully, are you okay?
I have to give credit to
my God, dude.
People overall. They're so kind to me.
Why you moving the light? Hold it still. Why you moving around trying to start this?
Man, shut the fuck up already, clown. I'm assuming that is this guy's. He typed it in. I feel like this guy, like, legit typed that in on top of this video. Faking an Asian accent for people to laugh at. It's comedy. Look, I understand China does not... Comedy in Asia, it's rare to none. There's not a lot of there's not a lot of actual, like, Chinese or Japanese or Korean stand-up comedy. There's not much over there, right? Even Russell Peters talked about it when he would go over there. There is no such thing as that kind of stuff over there. If there is very, very little. So, like, maybe this could be because it could be like the fish out of water thing. Like, this guy sees this, like, oh, how's this funny? and hearing everyone laugh about it, everyone being like okay with it, it makes him upset and it makes him uncomfortable with the fact that they're making money off of this thing. It's fine. It's let them make their money. It is what it is, man. It's wild, man.
Hey guys, my name is Nigel Ang, and this is my Wired autocomplete interview.
Egg fried rice, 3 ingredients, egg, fry, and rice.
Okay, get ready for this. There are some westernized Asians who are so mentally colonized.
Here we go. So this is targeted to me, okay? And I will respond to these, okay? This channel is cringe. He's right about fighting Asian discrimination, but he's a fob accent irritating. Mocking Asian accents is fine. Fob accent, if you guys don't know, is fresh off the boat, right? Like there's a lot of people like we call other people fobs and stuff like that, like in school. It's just when you're in the United States, it's a melting pot. There's you cannot fight the racism away. Okay? No matter what you do, how hard you work, there's always going to be racism. All right? Doesn't matter between who? Blacks and blacks, Asians and Asians, whites and whites, blacks and whites, or whatever it is, right? Asians to blacks, like it doesn't matter. Mexicans to like, Indian people, Indian people in China, there's a war and shit like that. Look, no matter what you do, it's not going to solve anything. Right? And you're saying that this doing normalizing comedy, Asian accent comedy is a bad thing. To be honest, that's where this guy is wrong. Comedy brings in a lot of people, right? Like if you're talking about Joe Coy makes fun of Filipino people. He makes fun of his family. He's putting scenarios and stuff like that. Like the thing is, that's where everyone comes together. You start laughing. You agree with something. Isn't that what we want? Commonality, something that we can have in common. That's America. I feel like this guy does. I'm not sure if he lives in America. I'm not sure what he does. But the thing is that like it feels like he's out of touch with the American, the American kind of living and the way how just everything is here.
Asians who have Asian accents deserve to be mocked. They are usually Asian Americans. If you don't have an American accent, well then they think you are speaking English wrong. Even if you're not American, those Asians have been so traumatized by racists that instead of standing up for themselves and other Asians, they've been turned into their lapdogs.
Okay, so basically this feels like this is an attack towards people like me.
Instead of standing up for themselves and other Asians.
So Stockholm syndrome. So basically being captive of our white saviors, right? We're fucking slaves and shit like that. Imagine being trying to be not racist. You sort of become a racist to the US way of living and the melting pot that is the United States. Yo, Legendary Scum with the 2. Thank you, man. Phil's looking like that fan with that crazy hair. Look, this hair, I was trying to do something. It didn't work out. All right. But let's go back to this. Like Stockholm Syndrome, psychological response wherein a captive begins to identify closely with his or her captors as well as with their agenda and demands. It sounds like you're saying that the reason why I'm okay with that is because I'm okay with the whatever captives they think the US, the United States. What the fuck? This is insane. This is an insane fucking take.
They've been turned into their lapdogs. It's time to grow a spine. Did you all forget the most well-respected Asian American of all time is Bruce Lee?
Water can flow or it can crash. Be water, my friend.
Another reason why Uncle Roger and Stephen He are able to avoid
this guy also needs to be water. It feels like this guy is getting butthurt. And like let's not talk about the money aspect of it, okay? Let's talk about this guy. Like he's genuinely worried that Asians from China, not Asian American, not ABC like me, okay? Not ABC. All right? He tried copying my fro. Oh my god. I feels like this guy is trying to say that if you're Asian, embrace your Asian, right? The thing is that I'm proud to be an American. What's wrong with that, right? If you want to be water, my friend, right? Like, be water, right? Basically ebb and flow, right? You're shapeless and stuff like that. I feel like this guy is not following what Bruce Lee is trying to say. This is a really bad take, man. Like I thought this video was gonna be about like, oh, how it's okay to do it, but here's what I think. But like, it sounds like this guy is just basically shaming people who are okay with the accent, right? For me, I usually do it to break tension, and it is because it makes everyone more at ease. All right, I'm using my gift of being a stupid Asian to make people happy, and this guy thinks that it's wrong to make people happy. That's fucking wild.
Criticism is because everyone who calls them out will get thousands of hate comments from Roger and Steven fans. And the fact is, it's a bad business decision to criticize people like Uncle Roger because you will alienate yourself from their massive audience. After all, they are the biggest Asian influencers on social media. And if monetary success is all you care about, then I guess it does make sense for you to mock your parents' accent and traditions. Now, to all the fans of people like Stephen He and Nigel Ang, I'm genuinely curious, what do you actually gain from defending Asian comedians who make fun of Asians? I mean,
the reason why I defend them is because it's a fucking free country. That's why. What they're doing is not hurting people. What they're doing is not against the law. And this is in their own financial best interest for them to do it. There's nothing wrong if you're trying to grift for money and they know what they're doing. All right? What they're saying is not hurting anyone. I don't see that's an issue. That's my defense for them. All right? And the reason I do it because I find that shit fucking hilarious. All right? And it's funny is because when I did my dad's accent in front of my mom, she said that that's really good. You sound exactly like your dad. Right? It's a fucking skill. All right? I was born an American. I was raised. I'm basically a fucking Twinkie. All right? I'm yellow on the inside, yellow on the outside, white on the inside. I'm a fucking banana. It's okay, bro. Maybe someone made fun of this guy really hard, shamed this guy really hard for being Asian. I don't know what it is. But the thing is that, like, it's okay to laugh at yourself. I do it all the time. All right? It is also a coping mechanism for me. All right? I don't care. I don't care. Like the thing is that usually I make things more lighthearted and puts everyone at ease. All right? If there's crazy tension, someone's going to punch me. I feel like something's going to happen to break the ice, to break the tension. I say something fucking stupid. Right? Sometimes I don't even use the accent. Oh no, you a Twinkie? Yeah, exactly. White on the inside from Fudas? Oh my fucking god. Chat, we have 2 minutes.
I know why they do it. They are getting rich and famous. But what are you getting out of it? Most Asian comedians in the West find success by making fun of being Asian. And until a sizable number of people, especially Asians, start calling them out on it, then this will always continue to be the case. I'm not saying we should cancel these comedians. There will.
It's funny is because that, like, I guarantee this guy would love it if Nigel Ng, Stephen He, Joe Coy, and was Ken Jeong or any other like Asian comedians, even like Ali Wong, would disappear. This guy would love it. I'm not saying to cancel you guys, but
always be Asian dance monkeys like Ken Jeong. What I am saying is we must stop allowing them to represent Asians and start calling them out for what they are.
Okay, so if that's the case, then how about, this guy has a bigger channel than I do, right? It looks like he has, I don't know, whatever degree behind him. There's a reason why he put it there. How about you lead by example? be a better person and lead by example and be a better Asian that you can, you know, you're probably never going to be as big as Kim Jong. I don't know, maybe you can, but don't let your dreams be dreams. But the fact that you're calling out other people, how about if you do something better, right? You're making a video about how other people should call them out. How about you lead by fucking example? Most comedians make fun of where they come from and what they know, that what a fucking asshat. Look, I'm not sure where this guy is from. Is he? We do know he's Chinese. I believe maybe it feels like he's using a lot of Chinese, like because Joe Coy, most of his comedy routine is Filipino. Like there's a reason why he doesn't bring in Filipino. Maybe you know, he was making fun of like what's it called again? Vietnamese, right? It's a Vietnamese accent. And the thing is that like it's whenever I make fun of something that's Asian, I usually make fun of because like I have something to say because like something my dad said or something my mom said, right? It's by experience and it's okay, man. Like speaking of spine, how about like grow a fucking thicker skin? You probably can't grow a foreskin, but grow a thicker skin. It's okay, man.
Asian sellouts who have no respect for themselves. The good news is change is starting to happen. Recently, when performative active...
There it is, right there. Just based off of this alone, I should have seen this coming. That this guy is a Joe Biden cockwriter and a Kamala Harris cockwriter as well. Right? Stop Asian hate, stop hate, vote Kamala. You can tell this, like, I should have seen this coming from a mile away. I should have seen this from Fudo without foreskin. Oh, fuck, man.
Activist Ken Jeong tried to speak up about anti-Asian hate. A post calling him out for perpetuating hate against Asians went viral. And that's exactly what we must do. If the majority of us Asians were all on the same page, and we collectively shamed and rejected people who engage in Asian humiliation humor, then all those Asian dance monkeys would never be able to represent us.
That's never gonna happen. That's as much as you want it, that's never going to happen. Is because the Asian accents, doesn't matter which one you do, it's fucking hilarious. All right, like this sounds like the hypocritical stuff that's coming out from this guy is fucking insane. It's insane, right? Like. Stop Asian hate. Stop Asian hate. I guarantee this guy, if he lived in the US, I'm not sure if he does. If he does, then great, right? So he'll know exactly what I'm saying. If this guy lived in the US and he understands our culture and he understands everything, Trump won. I thought when he said the China virus is fucking hilarious. When he said Kung Flu, I thought that shit hilarious. All right? Because this is all, we know that it's all jokes, but the reason why he thinks that it's bad is because
you shouldn't make fun of Asian people because they're like, you know, the minority is actually not good. Yeah, the mother minority not good.
Bro, get a fucking grip. Get a grip, man. And there's a reason why you are making videos like this is to also make money. Your channel is monetized. All right? Like I said, if you were you switch places with Steven or Roger, you would not be saying shit.
In any capacity whatsoever. Imagine if every time we saw another Asian clown making fun of being Asian on social media, we all said this sucks, stop perpetuating racist Asian stereotypes, or hey, your behavior is really embarrassing.
Do you know this? Yeah, these comments will be downvoted to oblivion and they will be so drowned out by all the positivity. Is because we here in America, we know what humor is. We know what humor is. Look, Jackie Chan, whether you like him or not, He's a sell-off for China. We understand that. But he knows how to make fun of himself. It's okay, man.
I hope you can
Stephen Roger.
hatred one day. Then I guarantee Asian humiliation humor wouldn't be so normalized. Asian comedians in the West would actually have to try to be funny instead of relying on making fun of Asians. Let's stop idolizing people who profit by dragging us down. Remember, it's not weak to stand up for yourself and your race. If we don't challenge racist behaviors, then we allow them to continue. And let's be real, how can we blame non-Asians for laughing at us when we are showing them it's okay to laugh at us?
It's okay to laugh at yourself. It's okay for other people to laugh at you. Like, oh man, dude. Feels like I'm fucking taking crazy pills here, man. Like I understand where he's coming from. All right, stop making it's. I understand where he's coming from because I have a cousin that's like this. Right? Like all of a sudden they become like politically correct. Like, look, my cousin, before this whole woke nonsense came in, we used to play Dota together, Dota 2 together, all like every weekend. And his screen name, I shit you not, was Naga Please. Like Naga, like a fucking like serpent, like half serpent, half human. Then he went to Berkeley, and when he came back, he became extremely woke, extremely politically correct. And all of a sudden, you cannot make fun of that kind of stuff anymore. If you can't laugh at yourself, you're a narcissist. Look, like, this is wild, man.
We must give consequences. That's why people should be made to feel embarrassed and ashamed for making fun of their own race, especially when they have the power to influence how young Asians see themselves. What we should be doing is encouraging young Asians to learn about their heritage, teach them to embrace individuality while having pride in their background, show them how to question and critique media representations of Asians, empower them to reject the pressure to conform, and learn to be proud of who they are. Legacy is all we leave behind. The changes we create, the values we pass on, the influence we have on the world. Never sacrifice your legacy for a few cheap laughs.
Oh man, what a video. Like, I don't agree with a lot of this guy said, but I understand where he's coming from. But the thing is, it's not going to change as much as you think it is just because you're bitching online. Right? For me, we all know why we make YouTube videos. All right? We all know why we make YouTube videos. To make money. We want to do this for a living. Right? You know, there's going to be some people who are like, "Oh, actually, I'm better than you. It's look. With that said, if this guy really, really wants this message to be heard, like he would have spoke like at a college, right? This probably has a bigger pool, but at a college, you have like professors, like especially at a really smart professor. This guy has 2 degrees, man. Look behind him. Like he needs to go out and like do actual work and then monetize that video that way, right? Like, you know how Charlie Kirk goes out and he talks to like a lot of young Americans to get them change their mind and stuff like that, or even something like Steven Crowder would do the same thing. They have like a public debate why it's okay, why not, and then monetize that. Once you monetize that, then people can see you are actually having a conversation with someone versus going online and sort of just bitching and moaning about how these people are using their Asian accents and how they're exploiting their Asian heritage. I don't really care too much about it, but the thing is that if I don't care, according to this guy, I'm suckling on my captive's teats. This is crazy. Like truth may be uncomfortable, but it will not be silent. Stop glorifying people who profit by setting us back. So this guy, I feel like P.S. I'm not hiding comments. YouTube's automated systems is already working overtime. Let's see which type of comments get censored more. Blatantly racist comments against Asians or comments will be or some supporting the truth. The thing is, I think that Bruce Lee is a good role model, but it's also where he came from, right? Like where the thing is, like he know that's 5 million views. 126,000 views. Look, I'm basically farming this into a video, but the thing is, I stand by what I say. Get a grip, get thicker skin, and learn how to laugh at yourself. I'm pretty sure this guy, he's definitely, from how I feel, I don't think he lives in the US. Yeah, people who are profiting by setting us back. Democrats? Yep, true. True. Have you seen the Reddit page associated with this video? I haven't. I don't go on to Reddit much. I usually go on to Reddit to watch porn.